Yes, I am Dialo Hueta from the Iroquois Nation, and I'm in here to speak on different issues, and I'd like you to introduce you to 30th Century Solutions, ThrivingLive1.com. And I'd like you to, the owner or director of this here company is Michel. He's the head of the 30th Century Solutions. So these laws are pertaining to the first law in North America, the first treaty ever written. And it was through negotiations with some of the military, and they agreed 1770, and the conversation took place, and it was with the British, and they had agreed and admitted all crown land was going to be put and held by them until we come educated enough, and the same solution, same education is a law that existed, and we passed that many times over. These laws were recognized. The only way in England would agree with this here in their laws is only to draw the treaties with recognized governments that already existed. And the law goes something like this, that the peace treaty is was an antibiotic, and we were eating bark. They call it Adirondack people who eat bark, and that was a symbol here of democracy in North and South America at that time. That was our knowledge. We didn't know there was judges around the world. It had to go through the native people to agree on this here. It was the most respected laws that there was on the two continents. And I talked to the South American natives, the Mayan elders, and they agreed. They said there'll be 50 million to walk with us, one voice, one mind. And now we have Michel here is going to be picking up the pieces, and under the Longhouse law, Haudenosaunee was a law. Haudenosaunee was the Parliament building, and also our church, as you call it, what we call it, the Longhouse. And all these laws would fall under the Confederacy at that particular time. But and then we sent runners out across the nation to introduce us to the laws that we had and the practice, and they come under our protection to create peace. Peace, no more bloodletting. That was the way it was read and told, that we protect all the people that practiced democracy at the time, and all the laws that come underneath it. First of all, it had to go through a Senate. We had a Senate before the United States and Canada existed. And there's only one law that I recognize. It was Thanksgiving, when they put their feet off on Plymouth Rock. We protect them through the winters to teach them how to survive on this harsh land that we lived on. Harsh until they understand, and it's no more harsh. So that was 1870. It took them 3 years to go back to England and get back, so the treaty is made in 1873, the time they got it 3 years later. And so we still practice the law. And there's much more to this here than will meets the eye, because we respected that law, and it was the truth. and it will be truth today like it was in that time, in that year, 1873.
Can you describe the teepee? The teepee?
Yeah, I'll get to this. Now, I got Longhouse. That was a Parliament building, you might call it. Yeah. This here carried all the laws in here before Plymouth Rock. And this here, peace tree was a symbol of Enoch on top of that tree. And then the natives had this, and it changed to this mark from the dot from Enoch's writing to a slot down here. I actually don't know what that means. It's probably after the holy man entered the scene. But this TP represents a TP that when the Creator come back, we be recognized that we have faith in Him, and that we be recognized then and now. So, and plus is here, there's many more prophecies, and we'll explain this at a different date and time about fishing laws and the respect the earth and not pollute it. That's what we agreed on. Before we agree on this here, he told us that we burn Indian tobacco or native tobacco on this continent, and that would prove that we still respect and follow the Creator's ways of what He told us. For every day, every revolution of the earth is still counted today. You know, things would, if we followed the path of Him, everything would be peaceful on earth. So let's say the part of this tree right here, the great white pine that they call it, and that's the only place it's grown between Quebec and Ontario and Labrador. This respect of laws for, and down also as far as south as Georgia. So we plan on doing these TV and show that we